So for step 8, the front lower arms, there's quite a few pieces that have to come together for this. And I've pulled them out right over here. So we've got our arms, etc., all the pieces. And then of course we've got our hardware here that we're going to use for all of this. So I'll set this up, and I think what we'll do is we'll work on this side first and then the other. So if you look at how this needs to come together, there's going to be the longer metal shaft that's going to go through this piece here. So if we slide that through, it's just like that. But you can see that there are two pieces that look like this. And they're showing you, even here, that you need to align those little marks. So you can see here, there's a mark on this side and that, so that when they come together, they're closed. Because you could turn this around and put it on that way, and now they're not. So you just got to make sure that those marks are across from each other and they come together. So if you look at how this is to come together, if we grab our B12 piece, you can see that it looks like that, and you can see that the bottom has an arch to it, just like that. Because if you look at the other side, there's actually like almost like a pin thing that sticks out from it. So you want it facing this way with that arch. So you can see here that this smaller pin needs to go there, and then with this piece here with the curve, it needs to go into the top part of that arm. But you can see that we're going to need to do this all at once, so that has to go into there, and then we grab the piece on the other side, and again making sure that that's correct and directly across from it, so that then when it comes together, it looks like that. So you can see the notches are straight across. And of course, at this point, there are two screws, as you can see here, that are holding this all together. So I'll just make sure that I'm holding it, and I'll put the first screw in. As long as it's, there we go, that's holding everything together. I'll grab another screw, and that's it. Just making sure that it's tight, which it is. And remember, this is still the softer plastic, so I don't want to over tighten, because then you'll strip this out. So that is essentially what this looks like at this point. So we'll go ahead and do the other side, same thing. So if we do the same process over again, we need to grab the longer shaft, stick that through. Then we're going to grab the smaller shaft, and I'll grab this one here, put that smaller shaft right there, and we'll put the bigger shaft into that bottom piece as well. So now I'm just going to sort of hold them like that together. We know that that has to go through, and if I turn this the right way, that's got to go through that part right on in that top hole. And then again, making sure that this is correct, which I've got to turn it over to make that happen, we can then attach it. So now that we know that is correct, I will hold it again, grab our screw. Let's get in this first one here so that I don't have to worry about it coming loose. And grab that other one. And you can feel it grab, and once it's grabbed, I'll turn a little bit more, but again, remember, this is going into softer plastic, so you don't want to over tighten or you'll strip it out. So there we go. There is the front lower arms, and that's how it should look. So we can now move on to step 9, which is attaching the steering linkage. But you can see there's quite a few other steps that are a part of this process. So I'll pull everything together and we'll get started on step 9.